Continuing on with our positional rankings, today we're going to be looking at the top 10 DHs. Pretty simple concept here. Now let's get right into the video. At number 10, I have Patrick Wisdom of the Chicago Cubs. Over the past couple years, Wisdom has been one of the best power hitters in baseball. Back in 2021, as a rookie, he had 28 home runs in only 106 games. And last year, in 134 games, he had 25 home runs. Now, he is sort of one-dimensional in the sense that he doesn't do much outside of hitting home runs, but for a DH, that's really all you're asking for, some power and the ability to drive in runs. And going forward, I fully expect Wisdom to continue to provide the Cubs offense with some much-needed power. Wisdom is a good DH. He does exactly what you ask for at that position, and I have him coming in at number 10. At number 9, I have Josh Naylor of the Cleveland Guardians. Prior to last season, Naylor had never played a full season in the big leagues. In fact, for the most part, he was a bench bat for the San Diego Padres. That was until last season, where on the Cleveland Guardians, he really broke out and did very well in his first full season. In 122 games, he hit .256 to go along with 20 home runs, 79 runs driven in, 6 stolen bases, a .771 OPS, and a 1.8 WAR. It was a very impressive first season for Naylor, who was really a big piece to Cleveland's offense. And I mentioned last year was his first full season, and he really only played in 122 games, so if he plays 140 to 150 games, I could see him putting up even better numbers. I think he's going to get plenty of opportunities going forward, as he should, because he was a really good DH for Cleveland last year. At number 8, I have Danny Jansen of the Toronto Blue Jays. Jansen is originally a catcher, but unfortunately with the development of Alejandro Kirk, that has pushed Jansen to the DH role. Jansen has continued to get consistent at-bats because his bat is really too good to keep out of the lineup. Last year, in only 72 games, Jansen hit .260 to go along with 15 home runs, 44 runs driven in, an .855 OPS, and a 2.9 WAR. Those numbers may suggest that he should be higher on the list, but I didn't put him higher because I just need to see him do it for a full season before I move him up too far. But in the limited time he got last year, he was really good. If he plays a full season next year and puts up similar numbers, he is going to definitely work his way into the top 5. At number 7, I have JD Martinez of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Martinez in his early Boston days was an all-star, even an MVP caliber player, but over the past couple years, he has regressed quite a bit. But even with the regression, Martinez is still a pretty solid DH. Last year, in 139 games, Martinez hit .274 to go along with 16 home runs, 62 runs driven in, and a .790 OPS. So I think Martinez is going to be a serviceable DH for the Dodgers. In fact, I think his numbers might slightly improve going from a not-so-great lineup to a great lineup. I like this pickup by the Dodgers. I think Martinez is going to be a good DH for them, and I have him coming in at number 7. At number 6, I have Justin Turner of the Boston Red Sox. I know some questions may come up surrounding my decision to put Justin Turner ahead of JD Martinez, but I just think Turner has aged and played much better than Martinez over the past couple years. Last year with the Dodgers, Turner in 128 games hit .278 to go along with 13 home runs, 81 runs driven in, and a .788 OPS. I think Turner's going to be a big piece of Boston's offense. They're really not going to be that great of a team next year in my opinion, but I think Turner is going to be one of the best hitters on the team. I really do think he's going to benefit from playing at Fenway Park. I think he's going to pepper doubles off of the monster and really use it to his advantage. I could see Turner hitting around 300 and hitting 20 home runs next season, and I just really think he's going to fit very well in Fenway. At number 5, I have Eloy Jimenez of the Chicago White Sox. There was a saying when he was a prospect that he had light tower power, and that still stands true today. Last year in 84 games, he hit .295 to go along with 16 home runs, 54 runs driven in, and an .858 OPS. He wasn't healthy last season. He missed a big chunk of the season, obviously only playing in 84 games, but back in his rookie season, he really showcased his power. In 2019, he hit 31 home runs in only 122 games. And if Jimenez is healthy next season, I could really see him putting up similar numbers. He has 40 to 50 home run potential, and really all that's standing in his way at this point is his health. People seem to just forget how good Eloy Jimenez is. If he stays healthy next season, he's going to surprise a lot of people and be a very good DH for Chicago. At number 4, I have Giancarlo Stanton of the New York Yankees. Stanton is most likely the best power hitter of this generation, and while he wasn't healthy last season, he still hit above 30 home runs. In 110 games, he hit .211 to go along with 31 home runs, 78 runs driven in, and a .759 OPS. And back in 2021, when Stanton was more healthy, he hit 35 home runs, so if he is healthy, or even if he's not healthy, he's still almost a lock for 30 home runs. I get it, he is getting up there in age, but playing at Yankee Stadium, I think that really benefits his type of play. He can go opposite field and hit plenty of short porch home runs, or he can obviously pull the ball and hit the ball out of the stadium very easily. Stanton to this day is still one of the best DHs in all of baseball, and I have him coming in at number 4. At number 3, I have Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Angels. Now, before you guys go crazy, we are just looking at offensive numbers here. And when it comes to offense, I think Ohtani is the third best DH in baseball. Last year, in 157 games, he hit 273 to go along with 34 home runs, 95 runs driven in, 11 stolen bases, an 875 OPS, and a 9.6 WAR. Obviously, the 9.6 WAR is inflated due to the pitching numbers, but offensively, he's still one of the best. In fact, in 2021, he had 46 home runs. So offensively, this guy is one of the most talented players in baseball. Even without his pitching numbers, I think he has the offensive prowess to win an MVP. It's unfortunate I couldn't put him higher because, in my opinion, there are two better DHs in baseball today. At number 2, I have Bryce Harper of the Philadelphia Phillies. Harper clearly possesses MVP level talent as he's won 2 up to this point in his career. Harper unfortunately missed a big chunk of the season last year with a hand injury. But when he played, he was one of the best, as in 99 games he hit 286 to go along with 18 home runs, 65 runs driven in, 11 stolen bases, an 877 OPS, and a 2.5 WAR. I think he may have been well on his way to yet another top 3 MVP finish if he was healthy all year long. And even after the hand injury in the postseason, he was one of the best players. He showed up when it mattered most, and he was all around probably the best player in the postseason. So Harper is an amazing player and an even better DH, and it's unfortunate he's going to miss a chunk of the season next year because I believe he is getting Tommy John surgery. But I think Harper is going to return and be a very good player and one of the best players in baseball yet again. And at number 1, I have Yordan Alvarez of the Houston Astros. In terms of pure offense, there may not be a better player in baseball today than Alvarez. Last year in 135 games, he hit 306 to go along with 37 home runs, 97 runs driven in, a 1019 OPS, and a 6.8 WAR. Back in 2021, he put up similar numbers, so he's really been one of the best offensive players in baseball for a couple years now. And while he only hit 192 in the postseason last year, he had a couple of huge hits, including the walk-off moonshot he hit off of Robbie Ray and the Seattle Mariners last year in the ALDS. Alvarez is really entering his prime right now, so it's not crazy to think that his numbers are going to continue to improve. And that is a scary thought, especially in this loaded Houston offense. I think he has 2022 Aaron Judge potential. I could see Alvarez, if all goes right and he stays healthy, him hitting 60 home runs. So without a doubt, I think Alvarez is the top DH in baseball today. Real quick before we end out the video, I have 2 honorable mentions in MJ Melendez and Jorge Soler, who just missed out on the list. But anyways, that's going to wrap today's video up. Let me know what you guys think down below. And as always, I want to thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.